Hi guys, my name is Maina, CEO, Lael Safaris. Welcome to Meet the HR.
Amazing, 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 guys. We keep on talking about traveling. We keep on talking about going for trips, Maldives, Diani, so many places. And now with us today, we have Lucy, who's going to tell us more about her journey as a tours and travels consultant and working with Lael Safaris. She's going to explain to us what it involves. So stick around for this conversation if tours and travels is your thing. Now, Lucy, let's get started from the top. Why tours and travels?
Well, I love traveling. It's one of the hobbies that bring me so much joy. So I figured, how about I turn my passion, my interest, my hobbies into a profession?
Awesome.
And that's how Lael Safaris came about.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, at Meet the HR, we keep on insisting, if you have a passion, it's best you follow it, because when you choose a career path, it's something that you'll wake up and do each and every day. So if it's something that you're not passionate about, you won't even be motivated to do your best. So take us through your educational background. Did you get a chance to study tours and travels, or did you do something completely different?
Okay, I did mass communication and journalism back in JQuat.
Yes.
So I have zero background on tours. But because I've been so passionate, I have had to attend some classes from industry experts.
Yeah.
And also sign up for online classes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. And how has the process been like trying to learn about tours and travel? And how did those closest to you react? Like you studied for a completely different course and then you decided to take a different career path. How did they react to it?
Well, for tours, I really needed the mass communication thing because it has helped me in how I communicate with my clients, with my service providers, and everyone else who I need to interact with on a daily basis. Yes.
So it wasn't completely, you didn't set it aside completely?
No, they complement each other. Tours and mass communication, they're like twin sisters.
Oh, wow. And how did your parents take it and your friends when you decided that you want to get into tours and travels?
Well, for those who are close to me, nobody was shocked.
Wow.
Actually, they were so happy for me. Like, they know I'm spontaneous. So I'm really thrilled by new places.
Adventure is your thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Adventure is my other name. So they were like, go, go, girl. And even my friends, they have been so supportive. And actually, they were the first ones to believe in me. Like, I remember a time I told my friend, I want to register to a company. She was like, let me be the first one. Where am I paying the money? I'm like, I've not even registered the company, so I don't have an account. She sent me the money and she's like, I'm going to be your first client. Wow. So my friends have been really supportive and everyone who is close to me, they really support my business.
And that's amazing. You know, when it comes to particular life career paths, you need to bond with people, you need to partner with people for it to happen. Because when you talk about a career like tours and travels, you deal with a lot of people.
Sure.
And on that note, I know you deal with foreign people. How do you come about them? How do you get them on board?
Well, social media.
Wow, the greatest tool.
Yes. So, and then I had to learn Spanish because I wanted to focus on Spanish speaking countries. They're my main clients.
Wow.
So when it comes to Spanish speaking countries, I am able to get along with them quite easily. And once they come I meet, at first I used to meet them online. Then I would like market Kenya. This is the magical Kenya. When I go for a holiday, let's say to Masai Mara, I would take a video, post it on a certain group. So that's how I got clients for the first times. And then it became easy because the clients who had an experience with us, they go out there and become our marketers.
They bring you referrals. After they get a good experience from here, they go back with referrals. Okay, so let's go back, Kidogo. Let's go to where you are a tours and travels consultant. Take us through the journey or describe to us what you do. What is it that you do? Like from when you plan a safari to how you plan your people to the day of the safari. Take us through that process.
The process of depends with the destination. we do inbound and outbound.
Yeah.
Inbound, that is clients who are coming in. Outbound is clients who are going out. And also local trips for local people, that is Kenyan.
Yeah.
So if, let's say, you want to go to Diani, I'll get an itinerary of when you're going, when you're coming back, what activities you're going to do in Diani. Come up with a good itinerary, customize it to fit what your travel need is. And if you're coming in, you have so little about Kenya. So I'll tell you what Kenya has to offer, where you'd like to visit, and also time. Maybe if you have a month in Kenya, or if you have 3 days in Kenya. So it depends with how long you're going to be in Kenya.
Yes. So let's go to the detail. Like, let's say, give us an example of a trip that you planned and how things run.
A trip that I planned was one to Zanzibar.
Wow.
It was a group joining. By group joining, I mean not one person traveling, but I had like 20 people going to Zanzibar.
Wow.
So I got them through social media. And then I travel quite a lot. So I've been to Zanzibar severally.
Wow.
So when I go there, I don't really go for holiday. I also go for business. So go network, meet go to the hotels, negotiate for tour operators rates, so that I can be referring them to clients.
Yeah.
So now I had gotten in touch with a hotel in Zanzibar, where they were going to be for the 6 days. They were going to be in Zanzibar. So I got them from here to Dar es Salaam, and then from Dar es Salaam I had booked a ferry, that is Azam ferry, to Zanzibar.
Wow.
And then they went and spent their time in the hotel. During the day, they would do different activities. Some want to sleep. Others want to explore every island in Zanzibar. Some want to taste the local dishes. Yes, and then our way back after the vacation was over. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So you plan the trip from the beginning, you take them to the place, you make sure that they cover the activities they want to cover in that place, and then bring them back. That requires a lot of planning. So according to you, what do you think makes a good travel and tour consultant?
One is experience.
Yeah.
For instance, it's very difficult. You can, but it's very difficult to take people where you've not been.
Yeah, true.
Even to hotels, I mostly tend to take people to hotels where I've been to, because you know how their food is like, how their pain points, what will bring clients dissatisfaction. So for me to come up with something that will satisfy my clients, I have to be there. And that's why I take my clients to hotels which I'm in partnership with, which I know from how they offer their services. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you need experience. What else do you need as a...
You need experience. You need networking. Some people want to go to places that are least visited. You know those hidden gems?
Yeah.
Yes. They'll be like, I want to go to Samburu, but don't take me to this 5-star hotel that everyone knows about.
Take me to somewhere
something
serene,
hidden.
Small.
Yes. So you need network, because at that point you realize, oh, Kenya is big.
Yeah, there are a lot of places.
There are so many places. So the networks will help you identify some of those places. And then also as a tour consultant, you realize you can't be to every hotel, every gem. So you have to be in touch with other tour operators.
To get to know what is the in thing in the market.
Yes.
To keep you up to speed.
Yes. Another thing is the hotels. For instance, if let's say Sarova, you contact them, they will send you a list of all their hotels in Kenya in different places. So it becomes easier for you to know where to take the clients. Yes.
So it helps in easier planning. So you said experience, networking, and also creating that bond with hotels. So that you can know where to take your clients or where they want to go, depending on the description that they give you.
Sure.
Wow. Okay. You've talked about learning Spanish. Now I have a question. Do you feel like it's important for someone to actually learn a foreign language for you to thrive as a tour and travel consultant?
Well, I meet so many tour operators who only know 2 or 3 languages.
Yeah.
So the extra one is I'm just extra in life.
Yeah.
I want to be that extra person.
Yeah.
Again, it feels good when someone speaks to you in your language.
Yeah.
So when my clients come, for instance, 2 weeks ago, I had some Mexicans and I would talk to them in Spanish and they're like, I feel like I'm home, away from home.
Yeah, very true.
So it's really good to get to know another language and more so the language of countries which are your target markets.
Exactly. I remember a particular time we had a conversation with Madam Helen Tawali on the same. We were talking about how it is very important. I think for her, she speaks 16 local languages in Africa. And I think about the last time we spoke, she was learning Mandarin, and she was like giving us an experience. If you take an example, let's say you've traveled to a place like China, and then the moment you get off the plane, you hear people singing "Petero na Jona," like and they're Chinese, you will follow them where they're going because you feel like, how is Petero na Jona? How are they in China? You know, it is a nice and fun experience. Sure. Wow, that's amazing. And for you to run a tour and travel company, do you require to have papers like documentation for it to be functional?
Yeah, sure. Like any other business.
Yeah.
And that is if you want clients who are outside, they don't know you. They've never heard about you.
Yeah.
So how will they come to how will they trust you with their holidays if they don't know about you? So documentation is very important. So I have the papers for running a tour company.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. And before we go for a break, would you share with us your favorite destination so far?
My favorite destination so far? I feel like I never get enough of Zanzibar.
Wow, Zanzibar.
I want to go there every day.
The nice white sandy beaches and the nice tropical climate there.
Yeah,
wow,
sure.
That's amazing. What else is there to Zanzibar that we probably don't know and we would be happy to know and maybe book a tour there?
Zanzibar is a holiday destination. So everyone you come across, they're there for a good time, for a holiday.
Yeah.
The culture.
Yeah, nice culture.
Very good.
Now, when it comes to a lot of traveling, you experience so many things, like different foods, different things like that. How do you cope with such changes? And how do you help your clients cope with such changes in this new environment?
Well, when it comes to food, you just have to take what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
I love traveling, but I can tell you for a fact, even if I go to a new place, I will always look for rice.
Something you know, something you're familiar with.
Yeah, I think I'm adventurous, but when it comes to food,
you draw the line.
yeah. So for food, I advise. You can try out so you know what you like and what you don't like. But the thing is trying. You know what doesn't work for you. Like for me, I know seafood.
It's not.
It doesn't work for me.
So sushi, crabs.
It's not my thing. I don't even think about it.
It's not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
Wow, okay. And when it comes to being a tour and travels consultant, do you also, like, let's say, help someone plan for a destination? Let's say I've come to you, I want to go for a tour, I don't even know where to go to. Do you guide someone through that process, and how do you do it?
Yes, I guide someone through that process. And another thing, I'm not alone. So I have other experts.
Wow.
I work along with other experts. So you tell us where you want to go.
Yes.
If you don't have an idea of where you want to go, we have a whole suggestion. I mean, we know like every travel destination in Kenya and outside. So we advise, we recommend based on your time and based on your budget.
Wow. You've talked about starting your own company, Lael Safaris. What do you think sets you apart from the rest?
What sets me apart from the rest, one is I give a very personalized attention to every client.
Wow.
Like every time I'm having a client, they might not come through me. I might not be able to be with them throughout their travel, but I will make sure I get time to have personal conversation with them. Like I ask them how the trip was, what they think we can do better on, and that has set me apart because I'm able to even make it more better by
the next time.
Feedback that I get. Yes.
Wow, so you keep on asking for feedback from your clients so that you can know where to work on and where you fall short. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. And what do you say is the position of partnerships when running a tours and travels company?
It's everything. When it comes to tours, it's not a one-man show.
Yeah.
And for the longest of time, I never used to take partnerships serious until I got into tours, and I realized
partnerships are everything. Working together.
You can't do it by yourself. Yes, so sometimes I work with so many other tour companies. Yeah. Maybe it's a destination that I'm not familiar with or something. Yeah. And another tour operator has been there, or I've been to a certain, let's say, hotel. They've not been there, so they'll call me and ask me, what do you think? How are their charges? Yeah. So partnership is everything in tours. Like, it's something you can't do by yourself.
Something that you have to work with other people.
And then in tours you realize it's not more about competition.
It's about working together, teamwork.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Wow, teamwork is very important. Everywhere you go, you need to learn how to work with people because you don't have the answers to everything. You need other people's opinions as well so that you can, if you put them in a big bowl, you'll have so much to work with. But if you just work by yourself, you'll be limited to your ideas only. Okay. So do you feel like being a tours and travels consultant is a sustainable job? Like, can it cater for like all your needs? Can it pay bills? How is it?
It's sustainable. That I'll tell you for a fact.
Wow.
Especially when it's high season. That is from June all the way to, let's say, from May all the way to November. Yeah. That's high season. Is sustainable. And even in low season, there's so much about tours. Yeah. So it's sustainable. It can pay all your bills and much more. It's a good career like any other good career. Yeah.
And do you feel like it's possible to do it alongside another career? Is it really time consuming, or can you juggle it with something else?
It's time consuming. Like, it demands so much from you as a person. And as I told you, you have to have a very strong online presence. Like a client, and then again, timings. Maybe a client is in another country, so it's 2 a.m. at night, definitely you're asleep. Yeah. And the client wants feedback immediately.
So you have to be up.
Get back to them on time. Definitely, they go to the next open shop. I mean, when you go to a shop and you find one is closed and the other one is open, what do?
You move to the next one.
Exactly.
So you have to be up on your feet.
You have to be up on your feet. So that's how you have to. It has to be open. Yes.
So that means you work around the clock. Like, it doesn't fix you to a 9 to 5.
Like, and then this is passion. You know how for an 8 to 5, I'm required to, by 5, I'm checking the time, I want to get out of the office. Yeah. This is something, I would even do it for free.
Wow.
Like, I don't think I do tours because it pays me well. Yeah. I do tours because this is my very thing. I really love tours. So I don't even feel like I'm working, even if it's 11, even if it's 1. I mean, I invest way too much more time that I don't feel like it's taking away from me.
Wow. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. I really enjoy what you have said. And do you feel like what is the most what is the destination that most people want to go to locally in Kenya?
Locally in Kenya, if you're in Mombasa, definitely. Not Mombasa. Doesn't work for you. I mean, you've seen the beach all your life. Yeah. So for them, it's the bush vacations. That is Amboseli, Masai Mara. Yeah. But if you're born in a desert like me, definitely
you want to go to the beaches.
See how an ocean looks like.
Yeah, spend time in the water.
Yes. I mean, where I grew up, we had so little water. So seeing a lot of water is such a big thing. Yeah. So yeah.
So depending on where someone is from, that's how you determine like what destination.
Yes, but mostly it's Diani and Masai Mara.
Diani and Masai Mara, that's what people prefer the most. Okay, and how often do you require to go for boot camps or any refresher classes when it comes to tours and travels?
I think I would say for tours, you never stop learning. It's an industry that involves every now and then. So you have to stay on the loop, you have to stay updated. So I think that happens like, I would say on a daily, but specifically every like 2 months, I will attend a refresher class, or I will talk to an expert. By an expert, I mean not someone in the Kenyan market, but someone who wants to, when I want to know the trends happening in another country.
You can reach out to them.
Yes.
Wow, that's really nice. You keep talking about social media, and I want to understand the role of social media when it comes to tours and travels. How does it work for you?
Social media is everything. Everything when it comes to tours. For example, I'm in Kenya. I might not travel, for now, I have not traveled to as many countries. So how do I reach to a Canadian? How do I reach to a German?
How do you talk to them?
How do I reach out to someone from Poland? It's through social media.
True.
Like, it's a global market. So when I'm present there, I'm able to meet someone from each and every part of this world. So social media is, I would say, it's my market.
Wow.
Literally. It's where I get the clients. It's where I do everything that is tour related. So for tours, you need a very strong social media presence.
Wow, amazing. And with this current economy that we have, and the current state of the economy, do you feel like it has affected the tours and travels industry? And if so, how?
I don't really think it has affected the tours industry because mostly it's inbound. It's coming in. So for them, they're like, oh, the dollar is so gladly they want to come here. But locally, people don't have a lot of disposable income with all the economic challenges going on. So they're not able to pay their holiday and they would previously. But I wouldn't say it's bad. People still love if holidaying is your thing, just like if you love something, you always find a way to
do it. Very, very true. Wow. Okay. Unfortunately, guys, we're almost running out of time, and we're about to call it a wrap right here at Be The HR. But I hope you're loving this conversation, and I hope that you have picked the most important pointers if you want to join tours and travels. And remember, passion is very important, okay? For her case, she pursued mass communication and journalism, but she found herself going down the road of tours and travels. And that doesn't mean that she didn't stop learning, or she didn't like push forward. Like through her passion, she was able to push forward, learn more about tours and travels. And with whatever she had learned before from mass communication, she incorporated it into her passion. She kept on marching forward. That's what is most important. So, Lucy, what word of advice would you give to someone out there who probably wants to get into the career of tours and travels and doesn't know what to do or doesn't know where to get started? Give them a word of advice using this camera right here.
Word of advice for anyone who is willing to get into tours but you don't know how to go about it. Start where you are. Start with what you have. If it's 2 people you have, start marketing to them where you can take them. Stop waiting until the right time, or like until you don't know you've gotten, I don't know, an office somewhere. Start with what you have. Start now. Now is the time. Don't wait even for a second longer.
Amazing. The time is now, so start now with the opportunity that you have now, wherever you are now. If it's your passion, start now. Now, one last question before we completely finish it up. Would you advocate for employment or self-employment when it comes to being a travels and tour consultant?
Well, that's a good question. When I've been employed before, I'm still employed. But for employment, my salary is predetermined. Whether you work day and night,
whether you work long hours, whether you extend,
you give it your all or not, your salary is determined. And also you're not flexible. For self-employment, your salary is not determined. It's determined by how much sales you will be able to convert for that particular month. It's also flexible. For instance, I'm not a morning person, but I can choose to extend late into the night and not wake up
too early. How you're a night owl.
So there is that flexibility and also when it comes to pay, you can't compare the two.
Very true.
But also being self-employment is a bit challenging. You need a lot of finances to keep your brand out there. So much goes into it. But whoever is given much,
much is required. Very true. That's why I think, and also I think self-discipline is also important, because this is your own venture. If you don't push yourself, everything goes to ashes. So yeah, that's it, guys. There you have it. That has been it here at Meet the HR. I hope you have picked the most important pointers. If you feel like adventure is your thing, if you feel like tours is your thing, if you feel like when you hear anything to do with traveling, that's where you want to be, this was a show for you, and I hope you have the necessary insight that is required for you to continue pursuing your passion and for you to continue pursuing your dream. If you feel as if people are against you or people don't want to support your goal, make sure that they can see it in you that you're passionate, okay? Don't let it be stories. Make sure even in your actions, it shows that you are passionate about this particular thing. Start where you are right now. And remember, at Meet the HR, we always say there is no luck in career, but it's an opportunity meets preparation. So go out there, prepare yourself for that career, and I will see you in the job market. My name is Sylvia Wanja. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Bye-bye.